All right, we're gonna give everybody a few minutes to get in here. Hop on the live stream. If you've never tuned in before, we do stream our podcast live. I am live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and also LinkedIn. So if you're tuning in live, what's up? What's going on? I'm glad to have y'all here. If you're on Instagram, you're down here. If you're watching online, because I can't stream on Instagram on my streaming platform, so you're on my cell phone. Everybody else, we're watching through the camera. We got the mic set up. We're ready to go. So sorry for the quality if you're on Instagram, but we still gonna get on here, spread some value to y'all. So it's gonna be a good one. All right, we gave it a minute. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Welcome back with Murphy Mack on the next episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. We're gonna drop some mad value to y'all today, and hopefully y'all can learn something and take something from this and apply it in your own daily routine, fitness journey, life, health, whatever it is. So yeah, we got a hot topic for y'all today. The hot topic is, you've probably read the title, but it's the keto diet. The truth about the keto diet. If you haven't heard of the keto diet, then you must be living under a rock, because this is like the new thing that a lot of people are doing, a lot of people are preaching, and a lot of people are hating on it. So today, I'm going to give y'all my opinions about the keto diet. And a little disclaimer about the keto diet, or a little disclaimer about this podcast is, I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't have a degree in kinesiology, food, whatever. I'm not a professional. I'm just your average gym goer, fitness enthusiast. So take my word for what it is. I'm not saying I'm right, and I'm not saying I'm wrong. Everything on this podcast is 100% my opinion, so you can take it for what it is. You don't have to believe me, or you can believe me, but we're going to talk about it either way. We're going to discuss it. But first, before we hop into it, we're going to update you about myself. Still just doing my usual training for the triathlon. I'm starting to take my swimming a little more serious, because I think I'm pretty good when it comes to the biking and when it comes to the running. Those are my strong points. Probably the running is probably going to be my best. Luckily, it's last, so I'm probably going to be dead by the time I get to the running, but definitely swimming is my weak point. So I've started doing it more often throughout the week to try to get better at it. So I've been watching some YouTube videos to try to fix my technique and stuff, because I've figured out that my technique is terrible. Like, I don't know how to breathe and all that extra stuff. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to practice it some more and get better at it. It's tough. Swimming is tough. If you've never done like laps in a pool before, you should do it. Like, I challenge you to do it. When you think running on the treadmill is hard, go try swimming in the pool. It's 10 times harder, I promise. So yeah, I've been really focusing on that the past like week or two, because I want to get better at that. I know that's my weak point, and I'm struggling with it. So I'm making myself do it more to get better. But yeah, it's tough. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get the swimming part done. But yeah, that's about it for me. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Let's hop into this controversial topic of the keto diet, and I'm gonna let y'all know my own opinions at the end. But before, we're gonna kind of go over what the keto diet is, some pros and cons of it, and then at the end, then I'll tell y'all my personal opinion and what I think about it. So, let's see. First of all, what is the keto diet? Well, the keto diet is a low carb diet. So you're more than likely going to have high fats in your diet to make up for the low carbs. It's going to aim to put your body in a state of what they call ketosis. So that's where the word keto comes from. And when you get your body in the state of ketosis, this is where your body burns fat for energy instead of burning carbohydrates. So this is why you take in low carbs, because the less carbs you have in your body, the less carbs your body can use as fuel. So therefore, when your body needs more fuel, when your body needs more energy, it don't have any more carbs to take that energy from. So what it will do instead is it will take that energy from your fat stores. So this is why people do it, because they think it burns more fat, because you have less carbs in your body to burn for fuel. So in a sense, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense how it works, why it works, and it makes a sense why why people are doing it. It makes a lot of sense. But once again, y'all know, if you've listened before, y'all know I don't like diets. I don't like the term diet. I don't agree with it, because diet, if you use the term diet, that means it has a set time limit. Like, if I have a diet, I'm gonna do it from this day to this day, and then I'm done with the diet. So that's why I don't like the term diet. I believe in, like, just making healthier eating habits and choices over the long period, not just trying to do a diet for a set period of time. But yeah, so we're gonna go over some of the pros of the keto diet. And so I've never personally done the keto diet, so this is not pros that I've seen myself. This is just what they say on the internet. I did a little research before this, so we're going to talk about the pros of the keto diet and what people preach that actually do the keto diet. This is what they preach. So first and foremost, increase energy levels. Don't ask me how it increase your energy levels. That's just what it does. I don't know how. I'm not a doctor. Improve mental clarity. Okay, I can see this because you don't have a bunch of like junk food in your body. You don't have all those extra carbs and stuff. So I can see how it improves mental clarity. Weight loss. Obviously, this is why people do it. Weight loss. That's why you do a diet. You're trying to lose weight because you're taking in less carbs, which means you're probably taking in less junk foods or less calories throughout your day because you're not able to eat carbs. So in return, you lose weight. Better control over your blood sugar levels. So once again, I don't know how those hormones and junk work, but it just does. And then increase satiety and reduce cravings. So if you don't know what satiety, sorry, that's a hard word to say, it's like that feeling of being full. So when you eat, your stomach expands and you have like sensors in your stomach that'll tell your body, hey, I'm full because my stomach has expanded. So that's kind of like satiety. Like when you eat something, you get that satiating feeling. So you feel full and you don't want to eat anymore. And then reduce cravings. Obviously, you're not craving like junk food and stuff. So those are just some of the pros of doing the keto diet. Like I said, I've never personally done the keto diet, so I don't know if all those are true or not. I'm sure they are. I'm sure people aren't just making those up. But now we're going to hop into some of the cons of the keto diet. A lot of people are against the keto diet. A lot of people say the keto diet is bad for your body because one of the key nutrients that you need every day is carbs, and you're basically starving yourself from carbs. Some people will preach that you don't need carbs to live, which I don't really think is the case. You kind of need carbs. Like even people on keto eat a few carbs a day. But yeah, so some of the cons are you get the keto flu. So when you first start the keto diet, your body's always used to getting those carbs, and all of a sudden you're restricting your body from carbs. So your body gets sick. Like your body freaks out and don't know what to do. So in turn, you get sick, and they call this the keto flu. Keto flu. So it's just like a period of low energy and nausea that can occur in like the first few weeks of you doing the keto diet. The restriction of certain foods such as fruits, legumes, and whole grains. So you're not getting a lot of the key nutrients that you need in your diet. A lot of vitamins and stuff that you would get from vegetables and stuff like that, you're not getting. So this can lead to nutrient deficiencies, which is not good for your health in a sense. It's really not. And then the possibility of getting high cholesterol and heart disease. It can increase when you're not getting these carbs in your diet. So those are just a few. I'm sure there's many more reasons you shouldn't do the keto diet, but those are just kind of the main few that stick out. Another reason that I say you probably shouldn't do the keto diet is because it's not very sustainable. Like if you've never tried it, just try to cut out all your carbs for one day. It's very hard. Like a lot of the foods that you eat, whether you realize it or not, has carbs in it. So trying to cut out those carbs, it's not sustainable. Like you're going to eat carbs. Even if you don't know a certain food has carbs in it, it probably does. So then that's going to get your body out of ketosis, and you're no longer burning fat stores instead of your carbs. So it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to do a low carb diet. But yeah, so should you do the keto diet? Is the keto diet right for you? Well, this depends. It's not really a yes or no answer. It depends on your individual health and your lifestyle. So before starting any diet, it's always crucial that you consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian, nutritionist, something to make sure that it's right for you, that it's safe. Because you don't want to harm yourself. You don't want to put yourself at risk. So if you're pretty healthy, yeah, I would say you could do the keto diet and be just fine. But if you have any other like underlying health problems, you probably should stay away from the keto diet. But my personal opinion on the keto diet is yes, it works, but it don't work solely because you're cutting out your carbs. I think the reason that the keto diet works is because by you cutting out your carbs, you're cutting out a lot of extra calories that you normally would eat on any other day. So you're cutting out a lot of your junk foods. You're cutting a lot of extra calories that you would normally indulge in. So in return, you're eating less calories throughout the day. So that's why I think the keto diet works. I think it works because it limits the amount of foods that you can eat. So therefore, you're naturally just going to eat less calories because you can't eat all this other food. So it restricts you. So therefore, you're eating less calories. So therefore, it works. So that's why I believe the keto diet works. It does, but I don't think it works just because you're cutting out carbs. I think it works because you're cutting out a lot of calories. If you get what I'm saying there. I don't think putting your body in ketosis is really what's getting these good health benefits. I think it's just because you're eating less calories naturally because you're restricting the amount of foods that you can eat. Yeah, if you can get your body in ketosis, then yeah, it'll work. You'll burn those fat stores. But most people doing keto are probably not in ketosis. Like to be in ketosis, you have to be eating like less than five. I think it's like 5 carbs a day. I don't know that exact, so don't fact check me on that one. You can look it up if you want to know the exact number. But yeah, you have to eat like less than 5 carbs a day, which is not a lot at all. Like most things you eat have way more than 5 carbs in it. So, and you have to stay under that every single day to stay in ketosis because it takes your body like several days to even get in that state of ketosis. So once you get out of it, then it's going to take you several days to get back into it. So most people that are on keto or on a low carb diet, they're not even in ketosis. So they're just losing weight because they're eating less calories. They're not actually in ketosis. That's just my personal opinion. You can take it for what it is. You may love the keto diet. Hey, and if it works for you, then you do it. Like, go for it. That's good for you. Me personally, I'm not going to do it. I like carbs way too much to do the keto diet. I like potatoes. I like French fries, bread, anything like that. I like it. I'm not going to cut that out of my diet just because I want to lose a little bit of extra weight. I'm just going to cut a few calories out of my diet instead, and that's going to keep me where I need to be. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel on the keto diet. So do I think you should do it? Yeah, if it works for you, I think you should do it. But you need to consult your doctor first to make sure it's healthy for you to do it and you don't have any underlying health issues that you may cause to flare up or anything like that. But yeah, if it works for you, go for it. By all means, do it. If you like it and it boosts your energy, things like that, hey, go for it. There's a lot of people out there that love the keto diet. They preach the keto diet and they do it. They've done it for years and it works and they get great results from it. So if that's you and you can actually stick to it, then I say go for it. But for most people, for your average person, you're not actually going to stick to it and it's not going to work for you. So I would not suggest doing it for most people. Like probably 90% of people, actually I'd say probably 95% of people, it's just not going to work for it and it's not worth it. So quit trying to cut out your carbs, do a low carb diet because there's no point in doing a low carb diet if you're not actually going to be in ketosis. So you need to be under that threshold of ketosis if you actually want to do keto. If you're still like eating over your threshold of being ketosis, there's no point in you doing a low carb diet. You're just cutting out carbs for no reason. So it's not really going to work for you. So that's why I suggest most people don't do it. Just try to cut back your calories and not necessarily your carbs. And this will still get you results. So yeah, you figure it out if it's going to work for you and your schedule and your daily routine and the foods that you like to eat. Again, it's got to be enjoyable. If you love carbs, keto is probably not going to work for you. So if you like French fries, you might as well go ahead and hang it up. It ain't going to work for you. I'm just being honest. But yeah, that's kind of my spiel on the keto diet. I personally don't partake in the keto diet, but if you want to, then by all means, do it. And if it gets results, hey, stick to it. Whatever works for you, hey, that's what I preach. Find something that you like, that you enjoy, that actually gets you results, and just stick with it. It's that easy. It's that simple. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Okay, somebody asked the question, how are your bowel movements going to be on keto? To be honest with you, I really can't answer that question. I really don't know. I've never done keto myself personally. I'm sure a quick Google search can help you with that one. Let me see. Let me look up. Never heard of anybody having issues with their bowel movements on keto. So I don't know if that's an issue, but let's see what it says real quick. Yeah, this right here says some people on keto may experience constipation due to the lack of fiber-rich foods that from an increase of fat intake. So, yeah, I guess you can have kind of constipation because you're not getting all the fiber and things that you need in your diet. So, yeah, I can see where it would give you bowel movement issues. So that's another thing you got to take into account. If it's going to mess with your insides, if it's going to mess with your bowel movements, then that's probably not something that you personally can do. But it may not affect everybody in that same way. So I would just say try it. If you want to try it out. If it messes with you on the inside, then hey, cut it out and do something different. But if it works for you, then you can stick to it. It actually says on the other hand, some people experience loose stools due to increased fat in their diet and rapid shift in digestive processes. So you may see it could go either way. I really don't know. I think that's gonna differ from person to person, and you're just gonna have to try it out for yourself and see how it works for you. Yeah. So I'm sorry I can't give you a better answer, but this is what the internet says. So that's what I'm going with. All right. Any other questions on? I don't see any other questions coming in. I think that's gonna do it for the podcast today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, tell your friend about the podcast if you learned something about it. Leave a review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening to that. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you want to hear on the next episode. But until next time, y'all stay healthy. Peace, love, protein. We out.